got through the Panamanian airport security, and I'm a bit annoyed. First of all, this is obviously a bit hard for me, given my condition, and second of all, the morons took my Fiskar's nail scissors. Complete idiots. And she was poking in the air with them like that. No. And it's like, oh. It's typical with American companies. It wasn't enough to go through the airport security. There's an extra security when arriving at the gate. So I've been taking my shoes off twice. And it's horribly hot at the airport. And I'm struggling walking.
Good afternoon. Beginning with the boarding process, our conscious key customer is welcome to board through the priority lane. So
we're starting boarding. They really know how to do it here in Miami. We've been standing in this queue for over an hour, and it just continues and continues. I'll give you an idea. Over there we started. It was full of people then, and we need to go all the way over there in order to get through. Yeah, horrible, especially standing up like with my condition. It's bad. So after a massive wait for the passport control, we get to queue again, and this is a security check. Oh, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Why doesn't this focus? So now it maybe tracks a bit better. But yeah, we've been waiting for nearly 3 hours here, going through security control and stuff like that. It is absolutely horrible. Now the queue goes from here, and it goes all the way up there. Horrible. Do you know what? I think I found the worst airport in the world, and it's Miami International, because there is no way any airport can be shittier than this. It's an absolute disgrace. Half of the stations are closed, and then the people are just joking and laughing around, and people are waiting in queues for hours. Oh. Oh. But now we're going into the plane over there. Very unpleasant experience, and my walking gets wobbly up, and it's horrible. But you know, that's what it is. But again, I'm reporting these small benefits. I think I had just a bit more stamina. Horrible, yes, but I was able to stand. If you look at my watch. Sorry, I'll switch. Where is it? There. Let's move this like that. Look at my watch, and that's only from walking. I can't remember when I walked that much. 51%. So yeah. Oxygen provided. Masks like this one. So this is the British Airways. Pull the mask towards you. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Please note that the bag may not business class cabin. What do you call it? Kind of separate beds with a footrest over there, and me and the wife. I will. This is getting off the plane. I tried to get up those stairs, but was declined. They didn't give us seats up there. But hey, I tried. This one here. Why are you pointing up? This one here was a ride home or ride to London. And we were sitting right next to that door there. Finnair is now sharing a lounge with Cathay Pacific, and what do you call it? The lounge looks as follows. And let's say, compared to the old, when I used to come here, this lounge is a lot better or more relaxed. This is now the final stint of the journey. We're flying in Finnair business class, and out of the we've now flown on 5 different separate flights. So first took the Finnair to Miami. That was a long haul flight. I think that was maybe the best of all of the flights. Then it was American Airlines to Panama, which was, as a traditional business class, it was, very good. Then we took American Airlines back to Miami, and that was in coach. And then we took a 747 to London, which was the business class. You can see out the windows because the seats are these kind of high things that are with dividers. So we were in the middle seats, and we can see outside, which is something you kind of like to do on a flight. And then, I would say that was the worst of them all. Is this because what do you call it? I feel that the size-wise and all of that, the Finnair business class loses. It's the worst of them all on this trip. Second worst is maybe the American Airlines coach. Third worst is BA business on a 747. Very, very not good, and for the money that you pay for it. And then the what do you call it? The second best was American Airlines to Panama, and I would say the winner would be Finnair to Miami, Helsinki, Miami. So yeah, we got to try a couple of different planes, and soon we'll be home. And then apparently the government is quarantines us, so that we are in a self-imposed quarantine for 2 weeks. Let's see. I need to talk to people at work how strict they are about this. So the last meal looks like cod and greens and what are those? Can't even think of them and finish. Blueberry pie and then some, I would say, cold smoked salmon and a small amount of white wine. I lost the sound on most of the clips on BA, so unfortunately no clips of their offerings. What do you call it? I stand by my judgment that Finnair business, the food was obviously alright. I mean, as airplane food goes. But what do you call it? The size of the thing and just it wasn't very good. Remember on the plane I mentioned that the Finnish government might quarantine us coming from abroad. Well, that was a understatement of the century. The government quarantined everybody. You're to avoid moving outside, and this is in effect for a month now. In the PRH where I work, I looked at their internal web pages. It's an official order that you're not to come to work and you'll do your work remotely. Interesting times we live in. Regarding the stem cells, I chose to be more active. So I've been taking the dog in the morning and sometimes even 3 times a day, which is a step up for me because normally I took him only once. And first of all, I've been taking longer. My dog walks have been a bit longer. We're not talking, kilometers or anything like that, but they're slightly longer. And I have not experienced, if I'm home all day and I eat a greasy meal and stuff like that, yeah, that's another thing I need to. But anyway, I need to report my walking has improved. No two ways about it. My left leg has been able to come up more readily than it previously did. What has, however, happened is when I've eaten eaten a greasy meal or something that is higher fat content, or drank coffee. As I've been talking on these blogs that coffee made me feel bad, but then at some point I felt that nothing was happening to me. But now, after these stem cells, coffee again has started to trigger that my hands go numb. So this has now happened 2 times in a row. And both days I ate, it wasn't a tremendously greasy meal, but it had fat content in it. My hands went numb. And I drank, or today I didn't drink an espresso after the meal. And the symptoms were smaller. I still was a bit numb. And my walking was bad after lunch. But now I'm thinking of taking the dog out again this night and seeing if I but what do you call it? I'm of the opinion that I need to report these small changes. It is not tremendously, how do I say? You can still tell that I have MS and everything isn't there, But these, well, the ones of you who know, who have MS, you know that you're kind of judging yourself constantly. What broke today? What is working today? What is not? And but for consistently, how long have we been back? Today is already Thursday, and we came back on a Sunday. So I've been working for 4 days, and I've been taking the dog for 4 days. And one of the days I took him twice, and one of the days I took him 3 times. And I could do it. So, small victories. I'm happy to report that my walking is a bit better. Then I bought a new shaver. I promised my wife that I would have this goatee type of thing. I bought a new shaver to, clean my face. And it just ate into my, first of all, it ate into my sideburn. And then I thought, okay, I'll work around that. And then it ate up into my moustache. And it took it up, well, I had a laugh about it with the wife, but then I just take it off completely. It'll grow back soon enough. But yeah, another thing that's happened. I've got these weird pimples on my face, which look unpleasant. They feel a bit unpleasant. Don't know what is causing that. Regardless of my pimples or my ugly appearances, me as a beardless man, Jesus Christ is King, and my healing is in His hands. Stem cells might give a bit of a aid there, but anyway, Jesus is King. Amen.